All right, so here's the assembled version, and this is just hand tight. I didn't want to tighten these all the way down. Real simple to put together. This is your effluent side, your exit side. I like the quick connects. This will go to your pump. You can use a 3/4 braided hose. I like to use Schedule 80 PVC pipe here. I get less suction issues. On a real hot day, you can collapse the braided hose. So I hard pipe it to the pump, and then I use a braided hose coming out of the pump to my hose reel. This side over here, this is a garden hose thread. So if I have prime issues or if I just want to flush, just put the garden hose on here, because where this is at in my trailer, I have a garden hose right there. I can open a valve and it'll prime this thing immediately. The unions, so you need to take something apart or you need to do a quarter turn on your valve. You can then loosen the union, realign your valve, tighten the union down. Keeps everything nice and neat. On the top, whatever hose barb you're going to use, 1/2 inch fitting to a hose barb. In this case, I use 1/2 inch on my SH line. I use 1/4 inch on my soap line, and I have a 3/4 inch line coming in on the water side. As far as check valves go, a lot of people, they buy these. These things are junk. They got just a little tiny spring in them. SH kills it pretty quick. I wouldn't waste my money with these. What I do to protect my system is I use either an inline check valve like this with Viton seals, or I've got these little ball valves that I use in different places, because on my SH line, it goes to my SH tank, but I also have a water line hooked to it. So if I need to flush, it's just a matter of opening or closing valves and switching between SH and water. And so I do this so water can't backfeed past the valve, or I use an inline check valve. You can get these in different sizes. These work great on the 1/4 inch on the soap line so that you don't get a backfeed and overflow your soap bucket. And then I have a separate 3/4 inch check valve that I use on the water side just to protect my tank. The fittings go together. I use blue Teflon monster tape. I've always used Teflon tape, and I have no issues with Teflon tape. A lot of these clowns out here are going to tell you, you got to use this pipe dope, you got to use that pipe dope, you got to put the dope on, you got to tape it, you got to dope it, you got to tape. It's all nonsense. I use Teflon tape, never had an issue. Different ways that you can mount this. I mean, it's all going to depend on how it goes in your system. But what I like are these little pipe mounts, because I've got mine on a plywood backing. So this will screw straight to the board. Now these are galvanized, so you're going to want to paint them. And the other issue, when you put two different metals in contact, stainless and galvanized, they're going to rust against each other. So you'll want to put a little rubber gasket or something in here just to break that contact. But you can buy the 3/8 threaded rod, and you can buy them in various different lengths. I just didn't have any short ones. But they'll screw into your base, your anchor plate, and then they'll screw into the anchor. And then you can just clamp these right on your pipe. That's one way you can do it. They make a variety of different pipe clamps. So there's different ways that you can mount this. It's just going to depend on your system. So that's it. It's really simple to do. And I'll put a parts list out. You can build these yourself, and they work just fine. If you really feel that you have to have those really expensive, overrated valves, I would suggest finding them online someplace and buying them, and then incorporate that into this. The one budget guy that I saw selling his fancy little header for $800, you only get a 5 gallon a minute pump with it. This runs best on a 7 gallon a minute, 100 PSI pump. This will run, I run mine to my hose reel, 250 feet of 5/8 Flexilla hose. I have no issues. So, you know, he's trying to cheapen you. He gives you these overrated valves, then he gives you a stupid 5 gallon a minute pump. So if you really feel the need to have those valves, buy them individually yourself, and then just incorporate them on here. You're going to save a lot of money, and if you can build it, you can fix it.